Hey guys, and welcome to another installment of Stay Inspired. So last week we were in San Francisco and we did a meet and greet. And at the meet and greet, so many cool photographers came and they asked me some really cool questions. So one question stuck out to me and I really wanted to share the question and the answer with you. So a few photographers asked me how do you pose a couple who is feeling stiff? And after I explained it to them at the meet and greet, I thought, you know what, I should do a video about this and pinpoint it to 3 things that I think are most useful that I do when a couple's feeling stiff, or actually pretty much any couple. So at the beginning of an engagement session, which is usually the first time that I'm shooting the couple, one of the things that I feel like works really, really well is when I'm shooting them, I'm not quiet. So they're doing something, they're being fun. I've given them an activity, whether it's walk towards me, hold hands and come over here, or just look at each other, tickle her a little bit. So as I've just set something up for them, I don't just sit there and take pictures. I encourage them by saying, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful, you're doing so good. Keep doing that. Oh, that looks so good, I love it. Just to kind of encourage them and have some kind of contact so that they don't feel are we doing okay? Because I don't want them to question themselves. So that's number one, the number one thing is that I don't stay quiet when I'm shooting them. I encourage them. If something's going on and I'm trying to get a different angle or a different lighting, I'll say to them you know what, this lighting is so specific and so beautiful. Give me 1 second, I'm trying to get this to focus. Because sometimes when you're backlighting, as you know, as photographers, it can kind of, search for focus and it gets a little awkward for everybody. So I just always let them know what I'm doing. The second thing that I do is I'm really stand firm in believing what I'm saying. So for instance, a lot of times I'll ask the groom, can you pick her up and twirl her around? And he's like, what? Pick her up and twirl her around. And I'm like, yeah. I believe in what I'm saying because I know that it's going to yield for these amazing pictures and it's going to put them in an uncomfortable situation, which is awesome. I want to create obstacles for them because it's going to make them more natural and kind of forget that they're in a photo shoot and they're like, this is so funny, I'm picking you up and I'm twirling you around. So, but if I was insecure, hi, do you mind picking her up, maybe twirling her around, then I probably wouldn't get the groom to pick her up and twirl her around. So I definitely have to be yeah, pick her up, twirl her around, it's awesome. Or, the other day I was with the bride and groom and I'm like, you know what, I want you to run and jump in his arms, just straddle him. And I mean, if I wasn't so yeah, this is gonna be awesome, yes, you should do it, then they may second guess themselves. So the second point is to really stand firm and believe in what you're saying and just expect it. Yeah, jump in his arms and straddle him and give him a kiss. And this is awesome because they need to feel that from you. And the third thing is I show them what I'm talking about, which, if I'm talking to my bride and I tell her, I want you to make more of a shape with your body. That may not mean anything to her. So I have to go, I want you to make more of a shape with your body. Put all your weight on one side right here. So I have to show her, And then if I say to her, oh, can you play with your hair and make sure that your elbow is kind of down? I have to show her. I say, can you play with your hair and just make sure your elbow's down as you do? And then a lot of times, I'll give them directions of where to look because I don't want every shot to be them looking in the camera. I definitely want them to look and I'll show them, can you look over here and can you look down here and you can look down or you can look that way. And then sometimes I'll lift my hand and I'll be shooting them. I'll say, okay, look at my hand. Now look at my hand. So showing them is the third thing. So to recap it, the way to pose couples that are feeling a little stiff, or couples in general, are number 1, that I encourage them as I'm shooting them. Number 2, I believe what I say. So I'm like, jump in his arms, do your, flip her around, do a backflip, not a backflip. And the third thing is that I show them. I actually show them what I'm talking about. Put your chin down a little bit, move this part of your body back, and just slowly look up to me. I have to show them because it makes so much more sense. So I hope this helps, and thank you guys for tuning in. I'll do a recap on my blog. It's janafromalabama.com. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, check my updates on Facebook, and most importantly, stay inspired. Bye, you guys.